What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Roxette, and we're returning for another bonus tune included in the expanded folder for Have a Nice Day 1999, and it's Happy Together. Sounds pretty straightforward, a romantic couple who feel good in their connection, who are enjoying each other's love, so that would be my expectation. Now, to be fair, there's lots of Roxette songs where the emotion is high, the passion is significant, but it ends up being complicated. Here, on the surface of the title, I would expect it to be a bit more straight away, but I suppose we'll see. Let's give it a listen while Lucas sleeps. This is Roxette. The track is Happy Together, and it's a bonus tune included in an expanded folder for their 1999 album, Have a Nice Day.
She walked up, he walked down, just like the seasons went round and round. She was in love, he wasn't sure. She wrote some letters he tried to ignore. They could have been so happy together. They could have been so lucky in love. So happy together. They could have run the earth, the sky, the sun. She carried his ring since she left school. He knew she was precious, the prettiest jewel. She wanted a baby, but he wasn't sure. Couldn't make up his mind anymore. They could have been so happy together. They could have been so lucky in love. Sing la-di-da, so happy together. They could have run the earth, the stars, the sun. I'm sorry for what I've
So, sonically first, I enjoy the heavy percussion. It was like the kick and the snare had some real oomph to them. I enjoyed some keyboard electronic elements. There was one like synth line that almost sounded like this echoed electronic signal type of noise. I enjoyed then the really high, like celestial electronic keyboard line, which felt like less like chords and more like individual notes. That was very tasty as well. Definitely a supporting bass groove, and then more guitar in the second half of the track, including that, I don't know if you'd call it a solo, but like that interlude where the guitar sort of came to the fore and took over. So all really nice sonic elements. There were some string pads there as well. I think you could hear them particularly at the end. A pair-led song vocally, and I really enjoy their, I think it was a couple lines in the chorus where he really sort of pushes a bit of vocal fire, which I enjoy hearing from him. Marie in a supporting role, but definitely hearing her pretty clearly in some moments. And then I think right near the end, she had some backing vocals kind of echoed or sort of atmospheric, and I enjoyed those little vocal touches as well. So lyrically, it sounds like, number one, it is more complicated than just great, they're happy together, it's awesome, the end. It feels like the whole time along, the guy is less committal to the situation. He's not so sure, and she loves him, he's not really sure, she's sending love letters, he doesn't know if he wants to read them, she wants a baby, he's not convinced about that. And I think there was a line about like, sorry for any pain that she's going to feel, or I forget exactly the phrasing, but it sounded like he was half in the bag the whole time. He was maybe going along with the connection, but without a sense that this could be what she feels is an obvious pathway to the stars, to, sharing the earth, the sky, the sun, the stars with him, to, running the universe. So the only thing I'm unsure of is, in the end, did they actually like get together and stay together, or was it a like could have been, which the phrasing could have been sounds like it didn't work out. It's like, well, it could have been that, but that's not the way things played out in practice. So it does sound like, at least by that phrasing, that it was a, star-crossed lovers. It just wasn't fated for them to be, and maybe because he just didn't feel it to the same degree she did. But I wasn't sure, because by the end it sounds like maybe despite those obstacles, despite those moments where he had trepidation, that they still ended up together. So I'm a little unsure about that. But if that's the case, the idea that they still ended up together, then the title sort of renews itself, or it comes good in the end and proves to be true despite it being more complicated than it appeared on the surface. So looking forward to some insight. Once again, shout out to Pear. Like, his songwriting here I think is fantastic. I'm assuming this is a song written by him, which I don't know if that's just because of the way the lines played out, and or also because a Pear vocal song makes me more inclined to think that he wrote it. So I know like he writes the majority of their songs, but yes, in the moment, my immediate expectation or thought is that it was a Pear song. So shout out to the lyrics, shout out to his vocal performance. I think it is quite good. I mean, I remember in the documentary they were talking about like how, he's writing songs like hearing her voice in mind, and then, maybe some of the demos like he's doing the vocals. But yeah, ultimately, I don't think his vocals should be underestimated. I think he really has a great sound, especially when he gets a bit more fiery and passionate, though of course Marie's voice is in its own galaxy and, is not to be underestimated for the significance of its central role in Roxette's success and artistry. So ultimately, cool song. I very much enjoyed it. There's one more in the folder, which is, make sure I have this right, It Will Take a Long, Long Time rock version. So yeah, looking forward to the rock version, looking forward to more Roxette after that. Thank you to Yun, thank you to Jeebus, thank you to Michaela, thank you to Phil, who's made additional albums, thank you to Shell, who sent me some physical copies of albums as well. So everyone, and like, Bad Moon and Stars, like all people who comment here for the Roxette reactions, you are greatly appreciated as well. Rocks are for life, and so on. Like, shout out to all of you. If I didn't mention your name, I'm sorry. Sometimes in the moment I can't remember everything well. People who follow my channel will know my brain is a bit leaky, but in the end, I appreciate all of you. Luca does too, if she would actually grace us with a little awake time, but nope, it's a beauty nap period. So in any case, from both of us, shout out to you. Let me know what you think of this track, and I will see you next time. Peace.